What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we are talking about how to combine social proof and scarcity together to get the desired outcome, which is probably to get a boyfriend, get that guy, attract a guy, stop him from pulling away, etc., etc. Sorry, the fuck? I don't think he knows his trunk is open, etc., etc., okay? Now, before we even get into it, if you can, please subscribe. Just click the button below. Also, in my description, I switched it up a little for you ladies, just in case some of you guys can't afford the $75. Well, right now it's $75 1 hour phone session. Depending on scarcity and the value, it will go up. How many people are wanting it, but I know a lot of people are asking for it, but they can't get it. So I also have a 30-minute and a 20-minute down there, along with my email session. And of course, we cannot forget the 254-page ebook, absolutely free. Talks about everything I talk about in my videos, but let's get going. So and the reason I'm making this video, again, the same reason I've been making a lot of my videos lately, is a lot of women don't understand scarcity. They have a hard time pulling away and creating scarcity. I just had a girl, I was just talking to a client of mine, email session, who just kept texting this guy, and now he's ignoring her. And she's wondering, what the fuck did I do wrong? Well, you overtext him, hun. That's what you did. But I told her why this is why it's pulling a guy away. And for the most part, all this texting, all these red flags are just showing guys that, you're a risk to be with. Like, if you're like this without him being your boyfriend, just think what it'd be like if you guys are together. You would be constantly seeking validation. You'd be needy. You'd be clingy. A lot of women think, no, that's not how it's going to be. He's with me. It's a whole different story. As long as I got him as my boyfriend, I'll be different. It's never that way. It's never that way, okay? Once you feel him pulling away in any way, or not coming home when he says he is, or not texting you when he says he's going to, or whatever. Man, I hate having a mustache. It's just the fuck out of your nose. Or whatever it is, he's going to pull away, or he's going to pull away, you're going to freak out, okay? You need to learn scarcity, distance, spacing, and how to create value. Now, if you watched my other video on value, video or two ago, I say that value equals scarcity / scarcity equals value. They go hand in hand, okay? So now a lot of women get on me like, but what if he doesn't chase? What if he's not coming to me? What if he's not, what if, you always tell me to pull away, but what if he's not coming? Like, well, first off, if he doesn't come, then there's your answer right there, okay? He's not interested. Simple as that. I can't just snap my finger and flip the world upside down. Different things happen, okay? But I'm going to try to break down on why this is. Guys will not date you if you are not the one he wants and there's other competition, okay? You need to have, both those things kind of equate to value. You have to have value. You have to give him an incentive. Like, why should he go after you and not other women? Just because you like a guy does not give you the right to take him off the pool of single men, right? The dating scene. What do you have that he wants / what do you have that other women don't, that makes you worthy, right, of dating? Now, that, what I'm trying to, that's basically the definition of the social proof I want to get on. Social proof is coming off in a way that you do have this thing, that all men want you, that you have the social proof, that all men want you, that you have these things, that just the way you carry yourself, the way you look at yourself, you just have the proof. And the way people look at you, the way people react to you, that's the proof. Even if you don't have men chasing you and crawling at your feet, act like it, okay? And when you act like it, that's where scarcity comes in. You have to give the guy the image, or at least the vision, that you're scarce because you have social proof. And any minute, one of these guys can snatch you up, right? Women don't have that, though, and that's why guys are never quick to make a decision, or quick to date you, or quick to do anything with you, tie the knot, because they know you're clingy. They know you're needy. They, like, you showed your cards. You have to hold the cards to your chest, man. You have to, literally, you have to hold the cards to your chest. Guys know that for the most part, when you're clingy, needy, you have low confidence, which is why in my book and everything I say is confidence is key. You have to play the role of social proof. You have to have the social proof because it creates scarcity. It shows that there's one woman and a lot of people that want you. That raises your value and you can be pulled off the market anytime. But he knows you're clingy. He knows you're needy. By you texting him all the time, he knows he's above all these other men who want you. He knows you're not going anywhere. So he's not, so, you know, there's no ultimatum, there's no deadline, right? You have to have that deadline. Usually when you have a deadline, people get shit done faster. I'm not saying create a deadline, I'm not saying create an ultimatum, but for the most part, you do have to have an incentive. You have to give this guy a reason to pull you off, to make a move quick, right? It's just like the psychology if you're trying to get a sale at a store or something or whatever it is, they're going to say limited time for, you know, this day only, 70% off. You're more likely to act because that's a scarce resource. Not every day you're going to see 70%. That the 70 cents, the value, that's the incentive. It's like, holy shit, I want this 70% off, but it's only today. I have to act. That's how social proof and scarcity work together. You have to show the social proof to give the guy the illusion, the idea that you're valuable and that men want you, and that creates a scarcity that anyone could pull you off. But the thing women do wrong is a lot of them act like they don't have the social proof, okay? You have to be very conscious and you have to be very aware of this. You have to know how you are, how you act, how you react, especially react to things. You have to know these things. And if you don't, then you're going to come off like a lot of these women, these clients I have who are wondering why these guys are pulling away. They're pulling away because they know you have no social proof, that you lost their value or you lost your own value because you're chasing, you're showing all these red flags, you're needy. And when you show these things, you lower your social proof and value because they know no other guy would go for this. Like, why? Like, they know you're not going anywhere. They know if they had, that's why people orbit too. They know when they come back, you're going to be there because you're the same person. You have all these red flags and these insecurities and this and that, and they know no guy, no healthy, worthy guy is going to pick that up. So you have to suppress all that, hon. You have to suppress all that, and you have to show that you are the shit. Because if you don't, then a guy has no need, no hurry to pick you up because you are not valuable. He knows that he can go off and talk to other women, and then worst case scenario, they all turn him down. He'll come back and you're there because of your insecurities, your neediness. When you always text him, when you're always reaching out to him, when you're always trying to make a date with him, when you're always asking him, what are we? Or why don't you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Or why don't you have this? Or why don't you have that? Or, you know, when you pressure him and text him and do all these things, all these insecurity, needy, clingy, validating, you know, seeking approval type of behaviors. Sorry, I got a drink here. Then he knows that you're not going anywhere, okay? Because where's your social proof? Like it's, again, men are very logical. He knows, well, she's acting like this because she doesn't have the social proof, that she doesn't have the men chasing her, that she doesn't have the options, right? And when you don't have the options and you don't have the men chasing you, this is pretty much how you're going to act, like all my clients. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I used to be like that. I was so fucking pathetic, it's not even funny. I'm telling you, I said in one of my videos before, I remember back when I was 19, 20, I was talking to this girl, and I liked her a lot more than she liked me. We were basically friends with benefits, but I was wanting more, and I was one of those guys like, you know, oh, once she's with me, once we start hanging out and hooking up, she'll want to be with me, right? And that wasn't the case. She was kind of using me as her side piece and going out and doing her thing. And I remember I would sit up late at night, even if I had to work at 4 in the morning, I would sit up at like 1 a.m. on her on Facebook, seeing if the little green dot was on. You know, I would text her earlier that day, right? And she wouldn't get back to me, whatever. And then I would see on Facebook that little green dot pop up. I'm like, okay, so she's on, she's still awake, she saw my text, she's just ignoring me. And then I'll message her on there. And again, I was a crazy freaking just obsessive mess until I actually smacked the shit out of myself, did some self-reflection, some self-help, and I'm a little better now, okay? So She knew I wasn't going anywhere. She knew that she could come back to me and get it in whenever she wanted to and leave because I was obsessed. I was clean. I wasn't going anywhere. I didn't have options. She knew that because all my time and energy was put into her. You have to do you have to do the exact opposite of that, okay? You don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Don't be like me and just be super clingy and show all these, like, show your cards. That's what's screwing you up. Social proof is made to pull the guy in. Then and it goes with scarcity again. When you have social proof, guys, you have more followers, more people are wanting you. You become scarce. Scarcity equals value. Okay, so that's how it pretty much works. So with that being said, create social proof, create value, give the guy some fucking space. Love you, ladies. Take care. Peace.